In 2012, the graduating class of the University of the Arts in Philadelphia received its commencement speech from author Neil Gaiman. This particular speech, a quote from it specifically, went on to be relatively popular in some circles. That quote being,
"And when things get tough, this is what you should do. Make good art."
make good art. The idea that despite everything, you can make the work that you want to make. And that quote means a lot to me. It still does. But upon re-listening to this speech, this quote, advice Gaiman got from Stephen King, stuck out to me.
He said, "This is really great. You should enjoy it." And I didn't. Best advice I ever got that I ignored. Instead, I worried about it. I worried about the next deadline, the next idea, the next story.
Yeah, enjoy it. It's easier said than done. And I know that I don't always enjoy the moments when they happen. So that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to take this advice that even Gaiman himself did not take. We're going to try to enjoy it, at least for a little bit. And we're going to try to make some good art.
When I was 13, I found myself in a class that would permanently change me forever. One of my friend's moms was the poet laureate of one of the counties in our area, and she offered us a poetry class that all the kids in our homeschool group could take. First day of class, she had these spiral notebooks in front of our seats. I still remember mine. It was a spiral lined purple notebook. It was just one of the ones you can get from the dollar store. She gave us all these supplies to just cut stuff out and put them on the front and just do whatever we wanted to this book. And she told us that it was our Commonplace book, something that artists, philosophers, poets, scientists have used for a very, very long time. And she wanted us to write in these, anything we thought, any poems we came up with, any ideas that we had, any quotes that we thought were interesting, we put them in the book. And I don't think a lot of people use their Commonplace books, but I loved mine. A couple days ago, I was just on YouTube and I found this video from this girl, Crystal, talking about why you should start a Commonplace book. And all these memories came flooding back. And it made me remember how it feels to be that kind of creative. A creative that writes things down, that remembers things, that really fully immerses themselves into content and work that they consume, and it helps them fuel their own art. And I had lost a lot of that. Watching these videos made me sort of long for that part of myself that was just unabashedly creative, that didn't care what other people thought about it, that just was. Of course, this was when I was 13, so I wasn't fully a conscious human being yet, but I miss that kind of work. And I miss just letting myself explore art in that way. Writing everything down, doesn't have to look pretty, doesn't have to be interesting, but it's important to me. And I'm hoping that this exercise will help me become a better artist.
So, let's get started. If we're going to build a Commonplace book, we want to make it something that we're going to write in. So, that means decorations. This is my crafting toolbox. I have a bunch of bits and baubles and stuff that I've collected over the years to use for crafts, for jewelry, for whatever I want, and it all lives in here. I have some washi tape from when I was in a bullet journaling phase. I have a key, old vapes, please ignore that. I have star-shaped paper clips, some erasers, kind of a little bit of a random section there. But moving inside the toolbox, I have more washi tape. I like to collect little items that I might use in the future. There's a mini thing of Lipton tea in there, some charms, a lighter. What I'll use this for, I don't really know. But inside further are stickers. Just every single sticker that I have ever collected ever lives in here. I'm a really big believer in reusing old notebooks. This is a moleskin that I used as a clown journal when I took that class, but I'm still going to use it even though it already has stuff in it. I'm just going to go ahead and pin it up with paper clips. So here we are, putting those paper clips to good use. Some of the entries are still visible, but that's okay. It's imperfect, and that's all right. Now here is the actual fully decorated notebook. Took me not too long. It's an amalgamation of a lot of stickers that I've used over the years. On the back, of course, is our quote from our guy Neil. It's also in a black sticker. I wanted it kind of muted. I didn't want the back to be super busy. So you can kind of tell what it says. Kind of. And that's good enough for me. So, this is a lot of effort and a lot of changes for what, you might be asking? Well, I'm graduating soon.
I graduate in exactly 3 months to the day.
This is not correct. I graduate in 2 months. I'm dumb. Sorry.
Today is Wednesday, October 9th, and I graduate on December 9th. I'm going to try and build better habits, a better mindset, and complete some goals that I have for myself before I graduate. To be a more productive person, I want to be a better person, but that person isn't going to come to me. I have to go to them. So, how are we going to get there?